Hey guys, it's Sam again with Nixon Offroad crew. Today we're installing our new rear side fender on a Jeep Wrangler JK. Now this sleek and aggressive rear side fender is for all 2008 to 2017 Jeep Wrangler JK models. As you can tell, it's got high wheel clearance, it's got a powder coated steel finish, and it actually takes a little bit longer to take the OEM rear fender off. So let's get started. We're starting in the wheel well by removing these 6 plastic rivets. We'll be using a hammer and a torque, or a better choice would be a punch tool. We're trying to make this more DIY friendly for you. Go ahead and give it a couple of firm taps to pop the pin out. Then you can use a tool to pry out the rivets. Next, we need to remove these 6 push-in clips, 4 on the bottom and 2 on the top. Some of these clips are really stubborn and will take a bit of force to remove them. Don't be surprised if you break some in the process. Now we can start to carefully separate the fender liner from the fender flare and remove it from the Jeep. Now that the OEM rear fender liner has been removed, we can move forward with detaching the rear fender flare by first removing these 10 clips. Only the top 2 clips will be easily accessible from the back. The rest of the clips will not be accessible at all from behind. Given this clip situation, the only option here is to pull the OEM rear fender flare off by force. You can do this by lifting and pulling the fender off. We suggest starting from either end. Take your time, but keep in mind it will take a fair bit of force to pop this OEM fender off. If some of these clips break, don't worry, they are designed for one-off use and can be easily replaced if needed. Use a pick tool to easily unclip the rest of them from the back. We start with the actual installation at the workbench. We need to attach the included weather strip seal along the inner side of the new fender flare. Be sure that the flat side is facing out. With the weather strip seal ready, our new fender flare is ready to be placed onto the Jeep. Being that these 2 center holes are the only accessible points from the back, we have included 2 bigger screws and nuts to attach to these points. Don't forget to place the included washers before you attach these screws. The black washers are optional for extra holding force. Now we need to create threading points for these 7 attachment holes by installing the included rivet nuts. The rivet nut is on the left, and the tool that we recommend to install them is on the right. This is the rivet installation tool. Simply screw the rivet nut on top of the tool, and then when you retract the handles, it's going to force the power up, which is going to in turn crush the rivet down and force it to crimp onto the bracket, creating a pretty strong hold. The left hole has the rivet nut and the right hole does not. So now you can get on with it and install these rivet nuts. Once you're done, you're going to have a total of 9 attachment points. That's the 7 rivet nuts and the 2 screws on the top. Before we put the new fender flare on the body of the Jeep, it is recommended that you prepare your screws within an arm's reach. Now we can place the new rear fender flare onto the body and set about securing these 2 top screws. Now all we have to do to finish is secure the other 7 attachment points here. And we'll be using these with the smaller included screws and washers. This bottom hole here will likely be the most difficult one to secure. The space is pretty tight, so take your time, make sure you do it only once. Once you've finished by tightening up all these points, your rear fender flare is done. And that wraps up the installation of our rear fender flare. As you can tell, this is a sleek, aggressive design. It's got high wheel clearance and it's got a powder coated steel finish. Now it is going to take the average person around 2.5 hours to install this. We do recommend 2 people, and that is going to include both fender flares on both sides, removing the original OEM, installing the new one, and sorting out all those rivet holes. As always guys, take your time, have fun,